Hey guys, what's growing? It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. Today, I'm out at the farm to get a lot of just stuff ticked off the list. I've got to fix the irrigation, and I have the stuff to do that with. And I need to do some organization in here. Things are kind of a mess. I need to get most of the bee stuff into the car to take back home because we're going to be doing bees at home instead of out here. I need to fertilize in the high tunnel. And there's a reporter for a local newspaper coming out to do a story on me today. That's why I look gussied up. Normally I wouldn't curl my hair to go to the farm. And I need to organize the seedlings because getting ready to sell most of these off, which is awesome. It'll be great to get them out of here. And also getting ready to send the seedlings, the vegetable gardens in a box home with their families. The flowers and the sunflowers are still in the works. That'll be later, probably not until May. So with all that being said, I probably am just going to chat with you guys while I do some organization in here first. And yeah, hopefully I can make it a little more mentally manageable in here. Because I clearly cannot talk, think, and do things at the same time. I did a little bit of work with the camera off. Got some reorganization done, which is helpful. Now all the peppers are in one place, all the tomatoes are in one place, they're all, labeled by group. Doing the same thing for all these cosmos, which are actually going to go in the ground here, and probably some at home too, but I have a ton of cosmos because I started a bunch for a client. So I've separated her stuff out because I'm going to plant those in her garden on Friday, but these are going to go here. And so I just need to put them in holding for now. Hopefully I can do that by the end of this weekend. But I'm realizing, which I've kind of realized before, but is definitely true now, big new project. Put more wood under here because these just bow so much with the weight of the trays. It's like a big cavern and it makes it really hard to get things watered properly because the stuff on the high end doesn't get the water and the stuff on the low end gets too much. So just one more thing on the list. Okay, this is about as good as it's gonna get. That mess down there is just, stuff that I'm gonna continue to use, pots, trays, etc. But a little bit more organization over here, so that's helpful. I'm taking all the bee stuff home, so that actually cleared out quite a bit, which is kind of nice. I still have to take the hives down from behind the hoop house, but that's not going to happen today because I don't have the truck today. You'll notice that I have another toolbox. This is not staying here. This comes and goes with me so that I can keep everything that's in there and it won't get stolen again. So, all right, let's go get started on irrigation. Okay, so I'm really hoping that I can just pull the plug. Actually, let me reinsert this. Whew, even with all that rain, the soil is dry already. All right, I'm hoping that I can just, yes, okay. So I'm gonna, wow, there's a lot of silt in there. Basically what I'm going to do is just redo the whole system using the same holes, hopefully, so that I don't have to goof plug things and I can just plug in the new tubing. So I'm putting a straight plug. Yep, it's going right in. That might leak, so I'm gonna have to, when I turn on the system, I'm gonna have to watch real carefully, and if it leaks, then I'm unfortunately gonna have to plug that hole and make a new hole, but I really don't want to have to do that. So, all right. So now I'm just gonna run this. I'll pull up the old, add the new. So it's a few hours later. I had a lovely time with the journalist. We really just talked about a whole lot of other stuff that wasn't even really related to the article. It was really nice. But I did get, as you've seen, the new drip installed and it's working. So as you can hopefully see, the water is dripping from the tubing just like it's supposed to, which is excellent. All that means is that I was right. There's nothing major wrong with the irrigation. Oh, look, there's a little hole. So I'm gonna have to plug that, but that's no big deal. So this is great. Tomorrow I will put in, actually I don't know if it'll be tomorrow, but I'll do this bed and the front bed as well. And then hopefully we'll be all set and good to go. Whenever something is an easy fix like that, I get super excited. Okay, because I spent so much time chatting and enjoying the visit, I didn't get as much done today as I wanted to, but that's okay. I am going to pick up Dylan and then I'm gonna go home and we'll finally do the raised basket, the hanging baskets I've been talking about. Jeez, actually the last 4 days has been pretty rough. I've been feeling really unwell, super nauseated, headachy, just bad. And so even though I got some stuff done yesterday and Sunday, I didn't film anything because I just wasn't feeling up to it. Friday, I literally didn't leave the sofa. I felt horrible. So I'm still kind of getting my feet back under me. It's gonna be a super busy week. I'm hoping to be able to come out here and finish the irrigation. If not tomorrow, definitely Thursday. And Yeah, it looks good and it's working. That makes me so happy because then I can just kind of put that on, like, you know, in the back of my mind and not have to worry about everything that gets planted in these beds because I know they'll be taken care of. All right, let's go get Dylan. I'm gonna have some lunch and then we'll get started on this hanging baskets. So we're back home. I'm sitting in the shade and it's actually quite cold. It's 58 degrees Fahrenheit, 14 Celsius, and breezy. So a little chilly. What we're gonna do now is put together these hanging baskets finally. I have 3 of them. This is what they look like. This is a coir liner, which I'm actually gonna soak in water first, just to get it soft and wet. And then I'll fill it with soil and go on and plant them up. But I'll show you what we're planting them up with. This is going to be the centerpiece. This is Nemesia called Baby Cakes Little Cherry. And Nemesia actually have a really wonderful kind of honey-like scent. Not that you'll notice it because you got to get real close to it. So this is not, I'm not planting them for that reason, but these are going to be in the center. And then in alternating around, we're going to have Snow Crystals Alyssum, which also smells like honey. So Snow Crystals Alyssum and a blue trailing lobelia. This one is called Cobalt. So yes, red, white, and blue, or hot pink, cobalt blue, and white. Didn't intend for it to be any kind of patriotic message, but you know, it's for summertime, it'll be fun. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take out these coir liners and soak them in a bucket of water. Okay, so here we have the soaked coir liner. It's actually dripping out the bottom. I have filled it with a mixture of bagged potting soil, compost, mycorrhizal fungi, and starter fertilizer. And so now we're just gonna start placing our plants. So this Nemesia is not root bound or anything, so and it's nice and wet, so I don't need to do anything about this. I can just pop it in and put this guy right in the center. These Nemesia get pretty big, so I think that'll fill that out nicely. And now, all right, now we're gonna start filling in around the center here. And I don't want to pack these too tightly because they tend to get big. All right, so we'll pop those in and then we'll make room for the lobelia. These guys are a little bit more root bound, so I'm just gonna roughen up the roots a little bit here. And those will go in there. Okay, and there. Here and here. All right, so now all I have to do is pot them up. Okay, so now I'm going to fill in around with more potting soil. Give it a good deep water and just do the next 2 exactly the same. eating out of my hand now. And oftentimes they will get on my lap, which is really fun. Those hanging baskets, I think my original plan was to put them in our side yard across from the cottage garden, hanging in the bays in between all the climbing roses. But now I'm not sure. So I'm actually considering hanging 2 of them from the posts outside the chicken gate, because I think it would be really pretty, first of all. Secondly, they'd get all day sun, and those flowers love full sun. Big garden fail, by the way. Do you remember, it was probably last week, I planted all those zucchini. Almost all of them are dead, and because it got really cold again. We've been going down into the mid 30s Fahrenheit for the last couple of nights. So it's a good thing. Oh, hi, baby. See, this is Flo. Hi, sweetie. Good girl. Good girl. You just want to eat out of the jar? It's the coolest thing. I've had cats and dogs my whole life. I've never had birds, and definitely never chickens. And look at this. She just lets me pet her. She's really sweet. And meanwhile, they're all pecking my feet. I've got boots on, but... Are you just gonna hang out? Are you just gonna hang out? You sweet girl. I don't think I have any roosters, you guys. I mean, they're almost 8 weeks old. And at this point, I would expect there to be a lot more comb and wattle development if we had roosters. So that's a good thing. Oh, you're gonna fall, you're gonna fall. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. So thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a wonderful time in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.